was Mozart.
Hey man, it's Tweaky! And as you see here in the background, we're looking a little bit different today. Shout out Russell Westbrook, one of my favorite players of all time in the NBA. Today we threw together the 2015-16 Mohawk Russ, or you could even look at it as the MVP Russell Westbrook build. This build is absolutely dominant. We're looking at red shooting, we're looking at 99 driving dunk, we're looking at gold rebounding on a short guard with the short guard animations. We're looking at red lightning launch. We're looking at good passing. We're looking at an elite defender with 96 perimeter and 99 steal. Let's get into it. So to start off, before we get in the builder, let's look at the cap break situation, right? Everyone knows that you can get up to 28 cap breakers this year. If you don't plan to hit legend, you're going to have up to 25 cap breakers. So I make my builds very end game oriented, very, late season oriented, to where you can use this build right now in season 2 all the way till season 9, and you'll never have to remake it. That's the point of all my build guides. I never want to, make you guys make a season 2 build and then remake that build in season 5 and end up spending $300 on the same type of build. I'm trying to give you guys the best advice possible, to where you only have to make one type of each build all year long, and that build will be good from day one till, the very last day you play the game. So with that being said, let's look at how I would spend my 25 cap breakers if I didn't plan to hit, legend, right? First off, 5 cap breakers take this from 86 to a 99 driving dunk. Be careful if you lower this and change this around. 86 seems to be the perfect threshold. I spent about 3 to 4 hours perfecting this build to every single cap breaker. So 5 right here to get you the 99 driving dunk. Note that you already have the 90 vertical required on this build, so you don't need to spend any cap breakers at all on vertical. So with just 5 cap breakers, you get the 99 driving dunk, right? After that, what else is important on this build is also getting the 89 mid-range to get gold set shot specialist. On this build, you're going to specialize in shooting, so you're going to have a max +2 and a max +1. That way you can max +2 your shifty shooter up to purple, and you can max +1 your set shot specialist up to purple. Or if you want red shooting, you can just max +2 your set shot specialist once you get that 89 mid-range, and you'll have red dunking, red shooting. In addition, you can go from your next, or when I say like your next 5 cap breakers too, I don't necessarily mean in order. I just mean like another 5 cap breakers will go to ball handle to get you 92 ball handle to unlock every great dribble move in the game. That means if you want to use Curry ball handle moves and stuff, you can use a Curry's. You're going to have the gold unpluckable, and you still have the 86 speed with ball to max +2 that to red speed with ball, right? You have 76 pass, so you have the, silver versatile visionary, break starter, everything. It's not like the highest pass in the world, but for this build, for me, I'm using this on both like 2s, 1s, etc. because it's such a good rebounding, such a good defensive build that like I didn't want to make myself a second Westbrook build with shitty pass. So I kind of tried to go in the middle to where I didn't go like 82 pass like Westbrook would probably have, but I also didn't go like 65 pass like a 2s build or a 1s build. So anyways, 5 cap breakers on mid-range, 5 on dunk, 5 on ball handle. That's only 25, or that's only 15 your cap breakers, right? After that, you're going to put 3 onto steal and 5 onto perimeter for 96 perimeter and 99 steal, right? So right now, you're looking at 23 cap breakers right there. You're still going to have 1 or 2 more, depending on if you get both of your 200 lifetime challenges done. You might have just 1 more, you might have 2 more, but anyways, you can get all the way up to 85 if you want on the 3-point with those last 2 cap breakers. You could get up to 77 interior with 1 cap breaker if you want. You could get the 86, 88 agility with those last 2, but it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't necessarily go with something like strength. I just don't think that that's important enough for a ball handler. Westbrook, that would be very accurate. But this build right here is almost trying to show you guys how to combine real life Westbrook with the comp meta that's kind of going on with guards. So this is how like you'd make Russell Westbrook if not only you want it to be accurate to him, but you also want to be able to use this in like a comp tournament. So end of the year, what are your stats going to actually be, right? You're going to have that 99 driving dunk. You're going to have that 89 mid-range for red shooting. You're going to have a 92 ball handle for gold unpluckable, and you're going to have the red lightning launch. You're going to have 96 perimeter for purple on-ball menace, purple challenger, gold pick dodger. Every single perimeter badge is going to be purple other than pick dodger, which will be gold. And you'll have 99 steal with the max block and 70 interior, which is what like a lot of, 6'7" back end type builds are on. In addition, you have the maximum possible rebounding for this weight and speed threshold. On top of that, you still have very good physicals. Obviously, Westbrook would have a little bit better physicals IRL, but this is also, Westbrook probably wouldn't have like the 99 driving dunk. So this is almost like the more fun park version of a real life MVP Westbrook, right? You're gonna have the elite at dunking. You're gonna have great shooting. You're gonna be a very good point guard in terms of dribbling and passing, and you're gonna be one of the best defenders on the court. Alongside that, you're gonna have gold rebounding because you'll max +2 or max +1 your silver rebound chaser, and you're gonna be quick with great vertical in order to help you block and do more down low in the post. With all that being said, man, let's get into the builder and show you guys how to actually make the Russell Westbrook build. So we're gonna go in here. We're gonna go with 6'4". We're gonna go with the 215 weight and the 6'10" maximum wingspan. The reason we're going 215, by the way, you see it's the exact maximum weight or minimum weight to get that 80 rebound for the defensive rebound. So right here, here's the build right here. This is the stats that you will need to make my exact Russell Westbrook build right here at 6'4", 215 pounds, 6'10" wingspan. And once again, cap breakers are incredibly finicky. There is sort of a twos variant that you can make with lower pass. Like if you lower the pass to 71, dump a little bit on the speed and stuff like that. But you're going to have to be careful because, dog, it takes so much in order to keep the other cap breakers limited. Like, for example, the issue, right? The reason why this build is so good is because of the cap breakers. If you change it and tweak it a tiny bit, like say I went with like 71 and higher interior or something, what's really likely that's going to happen is that the perimeter, the steal, and the driving dunk cap breakers are going to get neutered. And what I mean by that is instead of ending at like 99 driving dunk, ending at 96 perimeter and 99 steal, you're going to end at something like, get all +1s on all of these cap breakers to where you're going to end up with like 91 driving dunk, 92 perimeter, and 98 steal. And I don't know what exactly is triggering it. It's a lot of times when I try to do like higher interior, but there's random times where I can do higher interior and get away with it. So if you're making this for twos, you're going to just have to fuck around a lot. But this is the initial right here. This is the initial template. So you can try to lower down what you need for twos, etc., and kind of fuck around with it, but really make sure you check your cap breakers to make sure your build's still going to be just as solid post cap breakers, because that's what really makes my build so overpowered. With all that being said, man, I'm about to drop some more gameplays, show you guys how this build works actually in action and stuff. But first I want to get out the build guide for all you guys, that way when you guys comment down below on these gameplays, I'll be able to link you guys a build and you guys will be able to make it right away. But this build is just so insane. I did such good work with the cap breakers. I wanted to get this out ASAP for you guys. So, stick around if you want to see how this build is going to work in action. We're going to get this out here, get some great gameplays, and I'm going to show you guys how the Russell Westbrook build works in 2K26. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned.